Craft Addict K. I'm Carla.
And I'm Sam.
And this is a YouTube channel about cross stitch. And this channel is being dedicated to all those Flosstubers out there, and we send you a big thank you if you are a Flosstuber. If you're not a Flosstuber and you watch Flosstube, a big thank you to you as well. The reason why this is a big thank you to Flosstubers out there is this is the second time we've had to record this video, and we really hope it worked this time. We have been very late in doing our Flosstube video. We haven't done one since the end of Mania, and that is because life happens, things happen.
We've been busy.
And we've been a bit busy. So Flosstubers that put a video out every week, every day, they do vlogs, they do every month, they do every 6 months. That is dedication. And for that, we say thank you, because we avidly watch Flosstube. We try to be more diligent in doing our videos on the routine basis. Sometimes life happens. This has been a very busy time for us, and you wouldn't think so, but it is, for various reasons. So, with that being said, anything?
I don't think so.
It's really hard when we just did this video. Today is Friday, July 25th. We just did this video on Wednesday, the 22nd originally. Had it all done, all of our whips shown, all of our hauls shown, and went to upload it, and it disappeared. So we needed a day, take a day to regroup.
Get my wisdom tooth taken out.
Yep, Samantha had her wisdom tooth taken out.
Just one.
Yeah, just one.
I'm special.
She's very special. And so we decided today we were going to give it another go. We're going to try another video.
If it doesn't work,
we may have missed some stuff because we had actually started putting things away. We essentially, when we do our videos, if you look behind Samantha, we'll point out there's a basket right here. If you see it. And what we do is we're stitching on whips. We put it in that basket until we do our next video. And we started putting things away. And if you hear noises, it's because the street in front of our house is a little bit busy today. And it looks like the motorcycles are out because it's a very hot day here in Pennsylvania. So anyways, we put those there until we do our video, and then we put them all away. Well, we put everything away because we thought our video was good and realized very quickly that it was not good. So we tried to pull things back out, and we may miss some things. So where do you want to start?
Honorable mentions.
Oh, honorable mentions.
Here, you might as well just do the book.
Okay, so one of the new things that's going on, Samantha did our whole itinerary for this, is that we have been watching Dave Ramsey. If you don't know who he is, I encourage you to watch him. He's a financial counselor of sorts, very brass, very down to earth, tells you like it is. Came across him in some YouTube feeds and actually have been listening and trying to get some more financial things in order. So I've cut back a lot on the haul. You won't think so after today's video, but I have. A lot of my monthly subscriptions I have ended so that I can do more financially, because my husband and I have a 5-year plan to be able to RV and travel and do all the things. Don't worry though, ladies, cross stitch is going with me. I'm not leaving anything behind, but I am looking at some of the other crafts that I've been involved with over the years and starting to kind of de-stash those items, as well as some things that we don't use anymore, like the golf clubs. They're all gone. A couple of my husband's fishing poles gone. So that's what we're doing, is trying to kind of get rid of some stuff. Middle daughter is moving back in, so we had to essentially move out of our stitching spot and have a new stitching spot that is not near the size of this room.
But it's cozy.
It is cozy.
It's cozy.
That's another word for tiny small. But
it gets cooled down really fast.
It does get cooled down, and it warms up really fast, and it is really warm in this room right now. So we've been in the process of doing that as well. So things are kind of discombobulated. We apologize, but we're glad that you stuck around to see what we've been working on, see what kind of things we purchased, and to talk about some of the Flosstubers we've been watching. So, and in this case, David Ramsey as well. So if you want to kind of what you're doing with your money, check him out. Another person I wanted to give a shout out to is Jessie Marie Does Stuff. She has some videos, and I'm going to ask Samantha to try and link those in the comments, because she actually has 2 videos she did a year apart. The first video, they're both stitch with me's, but the first one she explains how she does her full coverage pieces and how she ends and starts her thread doing 1/1. And I appreciate that method. I have 2 new starts, 1 new start, 1 restart that I'm going to show today that is full coverage. And I am going to be restarting Lyra because I found a way I was doing it with the loop method and the single thread. I was popping stitches. And what I mean by that is my stitches, when I looked at it, some of them were very loose and it looks like they came undone and it's just like a pile sitting on my fabric, and it's not what I wanted my projects to look like. So I am redoing Lyra. I may be restarting Phantom of the Opera, and that just makes my heart sick. I have not taken it out of the bag, the project bag I have it in, because I don't want to know if my stitches have popped on that. And I haven't worked on it for a while, so I'm kind of anxious to see if that happened or not. I do like this new way. It is much easier. I catch mistakes a lot quicker. So I don't know where Jessie Marie learned it, but I'm calling it the Jessie Marie way. So if you don't watch Jessie Marie Does Stuff, make sure you do. I know that the second video where I had my aha moment, because I watched the first one, she explains it, she graphs it out, but she stitches black on black at the end as part of the stitch with me, and it was very hard for me to follow. Her second video that I had the aha moment, where the first video made a lot of sense, was her video number 167, and that is a stitch with me video where she is stitching on Jeremiah Kettner, I believe is the artist. I can't remember the project, but
The one with the swans?
yeah, the one with the
I
swans.
have no idea what it's called.
But
lady
she has
with
a lot of
swans.
color changes, so it makes sense, and you can see what she was explaining. You can see it there, and it makes sense. So I had a lot of aha moments with that. I've been utilizing that way, and it is working so much better for me in so many ways. So I want to throw those out there, and I want to say thank you to Beth Ann from the Twilight Stitcher, because Beth Ann is actually who sent me those links to begin with. We were talking on Virtual Stitchers. And I said, I need to find another way, and she had implemented this as well. She restarted 5 of her Heaven and Earth designs and has additional ones that she's getting ready to restart using this Jessie Marie's method. So it works. I think it's really good with a type A brain that likes to be organized. So hopefully we can get the link in, and hopefully this is still recording, because I'd feel a whole lot better if I saw a blinking light or something that said we were recording. Okay.
It's recording. I could see like the seconds of the video going up.
Okay, good. Good girl. All right. So the next thing Samantha has on here is finishes.
You skipped the whips. Do you want to do finishes and then whips?
Let's do finishes. And then we'll do whips, because I only have 1 finish. So I'm going to show you my finish first, because it's over here. And I was the last one on the last time we did this video. I have a finish. It's a Puntini pattern.
Coolest man in town.
The coolest man in town, and
This was on our vacation in June.
this was, yep, I finished this on June's vacation, and this is supplemented threads. It's not what they called for, it's what I had. I was trying to use Victoria Motto thread, so I just pulled colors for my houses, and there's a little snowman button in the middle. And this is on a fabric flare gray. I think this is the last of that gray that I had, and it just happened to be the piece that fit this pattern. And I'm probably going to do this into a little pillow, decorative pillow. So that was my finish. Woohoo, 1. Count them. 1 little finish. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Here's my Quaker Crow. It's on the same type of fabric that her Coolest Man in Town was done on. I stitched it with a classic Color Works Bing Cherry.
Bing Cherry. I just love it. And that's a work basket pattern.
I got keepsakes
You did.
in STITCHY.
And how are you going to finish that?
I'm going to put it in a frame. Not sure what color frame. I'm thinking maybe like a gray or brown or something. I don't know. I'm going to put it in a frame, and in the future, I'm going to stitch this bird again, but I'm going to like flip it so it's like looking. The birds they'll be looking at each other, and it'll be in blue. It'll be a bluebird. So that's my future plan for this. Not going to stitch it anytime soon, but
Okay.
future.
Very nice. If you hear snoring, it's because we're dog sitting for my daughter, and Max is a pit bull boxer mixed with whatever pound rescue, and he is underneath our feet right now snoring away. So I wanted to tell you what you were hearing.
I have this project. It's called Plant a Tree, I believe. It's an older pattern I got as a freebie. Originally, it had flowers in the top of it. Like this whole top part with the apples and all that green stuff was pretty much winging it. So there's that. It's gonna be a gift for my teacher. It says help save our environment, plant a tree. That's that.
And we don't know how we're finishing that yet?
It's gonna be something magnetic.
Oh, something magnetic, okay.
So she can put it on her whiteboard or something if she wants. Next, oldest, one of the older whips is this project. It is my tea time. The pattern was just like this one cup from a Christmas ornament thing or something or other.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of made it my own. I did the same cup 3 times, but different colors, different pattern, or not different colors, different pattern. Different colors, different styles. I charted the letters myself. It says tea time, so.
And one of the things that she did with this I think was neat is I had floss from, you know, the floss cards you get with kits, and you always have a little bit of floss left over. I never throw those away. I kind of kept them because you never know when you're going to need a little piece of something, and that's the floss she used to make these. She just pulled it off of my extra floss, and because it didn't take much. And I think tea time she pulled out of there too, but we found a color that matched because she was running out of floss on the E.
Yeah, I was on this like last little bit of E.
And how are you going to finish that? Oh, look at this. We talked about this before. So
Yeah.
this is a trivet, and if you've ever seen Michelle Bendy, she was collecting trivets. I believe my sister found this trivet for me. Actually, this pops out, so you have like the teapot.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see the teapot. And we decided very haphazardly, whenever we saw this, and I'm just doing this very quickly because obviously I'm not FFOing it at this very second, but
Yeah.
to give you an idea of how that's going to look in there,
It's you gotta struggle with it a little bit, but
well, we don't have to use the coaster part to put it on. It's just we can put it on a foam board and glue it in there. But
yeah.
this will give you an idea somewhat, but you can see how she's going to have that, and it's going to be a tea time, and it'll be with a teapot. I think that's a great idea and a great finish. So, okay.
And
There's
those are
that.
my finish. I had 3 finishes. First 3 finishes of 2020.
3 finishes
Three
to my 1 finish.
But you finished a lot of stuff this year already.
I have
know.
finished a lot of stuff. So,
I've been on a finishing excursion.
okay, do you want to talk whips? You have been, because school's not in session, so I still have to work. So
Do you want to do finishes?
let's
or
talk
whips?
about whips.
Do you want to do whips first?
All right, so whips I have in no particular order because I don't remember when I worked on them.
Yeah, it's been a while.
This is a Teresa Kogut pattern. It's called This Land. And I know Gary yell at me because it's in the plastic.
Give us
but
a break.
It's been, we're lucky we got the pattern this time. And here she is started. I still have to do the freedom and the stuff around it, and she needs her sheep. I only got a sheep butt and a cat butt, but it's going to be a sheep. And this is just on a gray fabric that I had, piece of fabric that I had. No, it's a gray.
All right.
I don't know. So I have that for a whip. My other whip that I have is Seeking Refuge. And this was actually my birthday start. It looks like this. Seeking Refuge by Scarlett House. And I really like it. It says, when the world seems to be out of control, I find a way to nurture my soul. Seeking refuge with needle and thread, the angst and anxiety I no longer dread. And I thought this was very appropriate. I started it on my birthday. It was my birthday new start. And if you remember correctly, I know. If you remember correctly, on my birthday, we had gone on a vacation.
In a cabin.
In a cabin.
In West Virginia.
In West Virginia. And we were sitting on the porch of that cabin quite often watching people fishing and watching the river and watching the animals. And it was nice and socially distant. And it was a great time that we had. But, you know, just to sit back and relax, that was fantastic. And I didn't get a whole lot done. But it's a start is a start.
Yeah, we were really relaxed on the trip. There wasn't a lot of stitching happening.
I put my initials on it.
Yeah.
Up in the top corner of the pattern it has TB and I turned it into a KP. So I have my initials on it. That's all I got done.
Yeah, flowery parts on that.
I know that'll be good when I get down there. But I haven't gotten there yet. That's as far as I got on that. Sorry.
We're a little disorganized.
We're very disorganized because I just kind of threw everything in here and said, here, let's go, we got to do this before we lose our light today. Countess was a restart, and
Just show what you had before.
this is what I had before. Yes, I chopped it up.
Just chopped it off.
It's where I was, and I chopped it off because I'm restarting it. And I kept it just to prove that I restarted it, and somebody doesn't think I'm trying to post old pictures. This is what she will look like. Basically, this is a story keep. It's only going to end up being 2 inches wide, 12 inches long, so about the size of a ruler. It's 50 stitches by 300 stitches wide by 301 stitches high. And when I say that I am doing this method, I am doing Jessie Marie's method, and I am, but this isn't a good picture of it. But this is where I have gotten to. Whoop.
It's a small start, but
It's a small start, 200 stitches. I started that yesterday, last night. It's got them in quick. This barrette, it's a metal barrette. It's on a needle minder, and that's holding my floss away on this side that I don't need. And I have, sorry, my hands are backwards. I have this tuft of floss because this is the next block I will be doing, and this is the floss that I had parked. So I'll be using those tonight because I'm using this for a daily 30 prompt for monthly stitches. I need 500 stitches for June because
it's a
restart. So that was the restart that I decided I was going to restart it. And I'm trying not to put holes in things I already have here. Oh, that was a restart, and I jumped into that. But I should show you, my Shores of Hawkran Hollow has had some love.
Has had
Quite a bit of love. I'm going to try and, let's see, hold back here. There we go. So
Perfect.
there's your top row. Okay. That's been done for quite a while. And I'm going to kind of turn this. Guess what, gang? We got row 2 done. This house over here, where am I at? This was the block that I was on, I think, on the last video. I was just starting that block, and now that block is finished. If you remember, this block was because of my mother-in-law, and it was in tribute to her, and the big ship in the middle, I like. And then I got down to the bottom row. It is the bottom row. It's so exciting when you get down to the bottom row. So on the bottom row, I have finished. This block is completely done.
Yeah,
and
closer.
Sorry.
There you go.
This block is completely done, and I finished the boat in the bottle. And I started my block over here. I have 2 blocks left, and my Shores of Hawkran Hollow will be complete. So I'm excited about that, but it was time to put it away. I almost did a full monogamy stitch. Samantha had asked me up until Wednesday. I think I was completely monogamous stitching on this for the end of June and the beginning of July. So I was really pumping it out. So my other new start, and I started this, today's Friday, I started this Wednesday. To give you an idea. Wednesday night.
It was after the failed video attempt.
After the failed video attempt, after work, after I had enough. This is called Alligator Girl.
It was going to be a Mania start, but it did not make it there.
It didn't make it into Mania, but it was a new start. And I still have it because I am going to be working some more on it. And I did that Jessie Marie method that I was talking about.
Yeah.
And here we go. Here we go. And I have 400 or 500 stitches on that. It is so much quicker. Look how much cleaner my stitches are. And again, these are pulled away because I'm not working on those stitches. This is the next block I would be working on. So those are part threads I have in that block. And she basically goes in a stair-step kind of method per block. And then the next one I'll come up here and I park down here. Always go down. But I will let her teach it because I am not a good teacher of the method. I'm just learning it myself. So
she's got to work on it.
But definitely cleaner back. That's the back. You can see much cleaner. And you bury your threads. You can see that there's some threads clippings in here. Once I finish the block beside it, I'll trim those little wayward threads off. So, and it does keep you in some sort of an order, because you're only stitching that 10 by 10 block when you're stitching.
Are those all your whips or you got another one?
You know what? That's my whips and my starts.
Okay, my
So-
turn.
That was enough. Sorry, it's really hot.
Got my parchment tapestry by Rosewood Manor. I haven't worked on this project in probably a month or two because I don't remember what I stitched on, but here it is now. I didn't finish this flower because I had to get more green for Semi-Sane's bingo game in June.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to move that. But here's where it is now. It's a growing beauty, I know. It's just, it makes my heart flutter every time I see it. It's like, it's growing up. Anyway. It's my baby. But not as much as a baby as my Capricorn. So, yeah. This is the 4th page. Technically it's the 3rd page down one because I didn't feel like doing more sky.
And this is Capricorn. It's a Heaven and Earth design. Do you know who the artist is on this?
No, but I will put a name in because I don't have my little floss case with the picture because I just took this off my...
Okay. I
Took it
told
off
you
my
we
line.
grabbed things. I'm sorry. If we don't have it there, we'll put names in there.
Yeah. There's that. It's a lot of confetti, but it's worth it. Da-da.
Samantha was a stitching guru, I gotta say.
Where's
You had
the-
3 finishes. You got way more whips than
4.
me. Oh, sorry. Usually I outdo her, and she has outdone me this time.
Well,
We couldn't wait to put another video up. We just had to because there's stuff in here I'd like to stitch on. And there's stuff in here I need to get put away.
little readjusting. I have my Seize the Day. Oh, that's bigger.
Oh,
than
look,
I
and there's
thought.
your Southern California stitching needle minder. I had mine on too. What?
California makes me think of the beach, so I got Seize the Day.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Casey, by the way, for sending those to us. We really like them. Mine's on my alligator girl.
Yeah. I was working on this top section. That's where I think I got the most progress is like this over. But I think I might have got a couple more stitches down here in this little area. Because of the bingo game, I had to stitch around some stuff and didn't get to finish all the motifs, which was kind of upsetting. But it's fine. I gotta work on it another day.
Mm-hmm.
I did, let's see. This is a Bluebird Busilla kit.
Mm-hmm.
Bluebird.
And it's called Bluebird.
It was an older start. I didn't get very far in it. I think I only did one color of the bird. And then I took out another blue and stitched another bird stuff. Anyway, this is my Yin Yang by Stitch Rovia. I think last time I was working on this black area by the whale tail. Not sure. I added more blue colors to it.
There you go. Good.
And
And do you have your moose needle minder on there from Alaska? I think it was Amy sent that to us from Alaska.
there's a bunch of hills and stuff on this side. I pick needle minders if I have a needle minder that's kind of relevant to the project. I try and use it because it just I
A
love.
lot of people try to do that.
Yeah.
Match needle minders, or match grind guards. It can become quite the investment.
Also, why have this little fishing hook thing because of the water.
Grind guard.
Ground guard. Couldn't think of the word. Got my sewing machine project from Design Works. It's that project. We both have the project. Mom hasn't stitched on it for probably half a year, but it's okay because I'm making progress so you guys can all see what it will look like. I finished the yellow over this side. I finished all the yellow, and then I started this little pink section. There's more pink and
Ooh,
flowers.
you're really close to the bottom. Oh, there's
Yeah.
more curled up. Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at that in the camera and I was like, oh my, you're really close to the edge. But yeah, you have more.
I
Okay.
think the pink is like the bottom of
That
it.
is yeah.
There's gonna be flowers and butterflies and all these little gap sections, but I didn't feel like doing it. Like I want to be able to do it like grouped up colors.
And that's on a 14 count blue Ada that came with the kit. Is that everything?
I think so.
I think you're right. I think that's it. So that's all of the whips. Bring the board along. All right. So have you had your fill yet? Are you still with us? I got to tell you. Thank you for sticking it out with us. Let's talk about, want to talk about Stitchy Kindness?
That's
Okay.
Stitch Kindness?
Yeah. Or no, you had Stitchy Kindness. Is that in here?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
It got moved. I'm not sure where it went.
All right, so Samantha has Stitchy Kindness, but it didn't make it to round 2 of this video because I think we put it away and I just realized she doesn't have it here. But what was it?
It was the Wizard of Oz sewing collection of sorts.
From Brooks Books?
I don't know.
Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching, they are stitching it. So
They're
we saw
stitching
it
on
there
the
and
same-
Samantha said, oh, that'd be kind of
That's
cool to
pretty.
stitch. So I found it, I got it, I gave it to her. 'Cause
There's
I'm just that mom. I gave her the whole set. Anything to encourage her to continue her love of stitching. Which is one of the things why this is a thank you to Flosstubers, because it is because of us sharing and people sharing that keeps our sanity. And it helps us to share what that love of stitching is. So
But I mean, you also wanted to stitch it too at some
I did.
point.
All right, so let's talk the other
Stitchy
Stitchy Kindness. We have a dear friend in Hawaii, and I gotta tell you, it is so nice. We don't always get things, but it is so nice whenever we do get something in the mail that we weren't expecting. It's kind of like, wow, that's a great surprise. Wasn't expecting that. And I'm going to give you this so you can show.
We gotta choose our bags. And I chose this one because it's bright and springy.
So Serena sent us
Bags.
bags that she sewed. And before you say anything, I've asked her, would you please let me know, do you have a shop? Do you have an Etsy? Do you have something that I can send people to? This is really good, high quality, beautiful fabric. Look at the fabric on that.
I just love
Little
that.
dragonflies and stuff, and just like it.
Comes
and
with
Grime Guard.
grime guards.
And I had this already in my room and put away for my project I was going to put in it when we realized that didn't happen. So
Nice little baby bags.
little baby bag.
And then on the inside, it comes with even more stuff.
She spoils us
So much.
from Hawaii.
You were gonna say
And
Florida.
I was. She has sent us things before, and
don't
we
mind
just
her?
love her. I've been trying to get her to do a YouTube channel. Wait a minute, we need the board behind those. You can't see them. I've been trying to get her to do a YouTube channel. Look at the scissor fob and the needle minder. How beautiful are those?
I love it.
I'm
gonna use these.
I've been trying to get her to join us in a Flosstube channel. She keeps talking that she may someday, but she's not ready yet. But I gotta tell you, she is some
She needs to get on it.
wonderful, talented woman for sure. So
Kind-hearted.
yes, and very kind. And that's not all. I gotta tell you,
She spoils us.
she does, and she sent us chocolates.
They didn't last very long. There's only one box
This
left.
is the only box that's left because I've had it hidden, and already my husband saw this today and said, what do you plan on doing with this? Because we was putting things away when we realized that our video didn't take. And I said, you cannot have that. I need that for the video. And he's like, really? He doesn't understand the rules of Flosstube that you get to use it till you show it on a Flosstube. I
Mom
didn't
didn't-
tell him that we ate the other 2 boxes
You
that
ate the
came
other-
with it.
I only had like 1 or 2 pieces.
It's really good. And coffee. Hawaiian coffee. Hawaiian coffee. The last time she sent me coffee, I was asking the girls at work if they'd ever had Hawaiian coffee. And one of them, to my surprise, has some family that lives in Hawaii. And she gets coffee sent to her every so often. And she said there is nothing like it. So she sent me Island French roast. And I have to say I agree. She sent me other of this Hawaiian blend before, and chocolate macadamia. So it's just fortunate that this hasn't been opened yet because I was ready to make coffee. I think this is going to come out for my 24-hour cross stitch this weekend. I'm going to be needing some coffee. So thank you so much, Serena, for all of these things.
Then we also got some teas. Well, I got teas. I got a passion fruit Nepali, which I tried both of these earlier, and they were both really good. They're nice and sweet. I got pineapple. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. It's like
Waikiki?
Wakiki.
Waikiki.
But anyway, they're delicious. I tried them this morning. They were cozy.
And macadamia nuts.
They haven't done
Did you know that they have Maui onion and garlic macadamia nuts? Did you know that they had that?
Probably. 'Cause, like we keep getting them, but they're
Honey roasted macadamia nuts. And these are dry roasted macadamia nuts. I gotta say, garlic and the honey roasted are my favorite. But
It's been so long, I don't remember.
oh, so we gotta say, you know what? Thank you so much, Serena, for thinking of us. Thank you for sharing. This is such a giving community and a loving community. I gotta say, we typically do giveaways on our videos, and we haven't done a giveaway for the last couple of videos because we are so close to 1,000 subscribers.
And so up for that big win.
We've been kind of saving up some things to do a monster giveaway of multiple items whenever we hit that 1,000 subscribers, because we are so close. So if you have friends or anybody that you think would be interested in watching us ramble on about cross stitch and share what we're working on, we would love to have them. And eventually I'll be RVing, so maybe I can show you some traveling places that we get to go to at some point. We figured 5 years, by then Samantha will be done with college and off doing her adulting world, and she won't need her mom around so much. I don't know, they always need their mom, right? So I just can't say thank you enough. I know it doesn't seem like, I just can't say thank you enough. And it's even got a little tag, made with Aloha, and it's Serena. I won't say her last name. Keeping Comfort. I think it says, or Kiki Comfort. I'm just saying, if you ever decide to sell these, Serena, please let me know, because I would love to link your shop and give you a shout out, because these are really nice bags. Okay. All right, I got to quit on that. Quit on that. Haul. Do you know it is 5:15 and we're taping and the mailman just went by?
You see any packages?
Can't tell. Okay. Jinx. Haul. All right, so as I said, I have dropped some of my monthly subscriptions, but I wanted to share with you, and I'm not going to go through, because if you saw my table,
there's a lot of colors.
The floss that we have. So
we lost some. I'm gonna go get them.
All right, go get the ones we lost. So I was in the 3 Owl's Nest Floss of the Month group, and I actually was in 2 of hers. One was for Classic Colorworks, and one was for Gentle Arts. So, like, I just got to say, be patient with your LNSs. Be patient with your online shops. This COVID has affected their suppliers as well. Your fabric dyers, they're just not getting it. It's not coming in. So I'm just going to show you. This is some Classic Colorwork colors. They're beautiful colors.
Sorry we can't give you a name, but they're there.
You know, there's just so many, and you're going to see why here in a bit. So this was in the nest egg. The nest egg comes, it's in alphabetical order typically, but what I found is it's always the one I don't have that I need for whatever project I'm working on. Oh, now we're going to have some fire truck, I think. Yep, there went the fire rescue engine.
It's a yellow one.
Told you, it's busy. Busy place. Sorry about that. Some more flosses. Those are Classic Colorworks. Those are really pretty. This is Gentle Arts. You can help at any point in time.
Just say the word and I'll be there.
This is Gentle Art flosses. Trying to whoop.
Drop them. I don't.
I was trying to kind of give you fan them out here a bit for you, to give you an idea.
Yep.
So she was behind on these for a while because of not being able to get her shipment in from the dyers, and it set her behind. And if you look up 3 Owl Nest, you can get details. I think that right now she's putting a hold on the flosses just because she's having a hard time getting them in. So I think she may be holding some of the floss groups at this point, not taking new members, but oh, there goes another fire truck. They're on fire too.
Max, get off of there.
Max is checking it out. Guess he's not snoring now. Here's some more flosses there. Busy, busy place this evening. Everybody's rushing for the Friday night get out of work day, I guess.
They're partying.
All right, and we have
a Gary Green.
This is Victoria Motto, and unfortunately this was another group I had to drop, and I didn't want to.
But you
know what? I have some stash, and the whole point of doing this was to be able to build my stash. So I have some stash, great colors here. This is primitive and limited edition. She has a lot of different groups you can get into. You can also purchase some of hers. I think she has an eBay shop as well that you can get some of hers on eBay. She does some DMC conversions and really beautiful colors. It is very fun to work with her floss, and as you can tell by these skeins, there is definitely a lot on here. It's not a puny one, that's for sure. So, and it's got some variegation. They're not full variegation, but it has some. Oh yeah, while I was waiting, this is the kind of community we belong to. And if you're watching this video, it's because you belong to this community as well. This Three Owls Nest, because she felt bad because some of the orders couldn't be filled, and I was one of them that was behind, she sent me dinky dies so I could play with dinky dies while I waited for my order to arrive. And I thought that was so thoughtful and so considerate of her to do. I don't have dinky dies, so I'm kind of anxious to try them out on something. So if you've done something with dinky dies or have some ideas, or hand-dyed silk is what they are, and you know, they're
good for your little peacock.
They're not
pattern.
big. Oh, maybe. No, that would be good. Oh, Samantha, that's a good one. Yeah, that would be good on there. Maybe that's what I'll use. Whoa, Samantha got good ideas.
I always do.
Oh, I got some fabric too. So not only, I think that's all the floss. And remember, whenever I get into a floss, it's for both of us. I also got a fabric flare,
Wood.
whitewashed board is what it's called. And it looks like whiteboard.
Oh
You
yeah,
can see.
that looks better than it did yesterday.
Yeah, it looks better, huh? So whitewashed board, and there's that.
She's gonna do that on some
I have
that says home.
I have a pattern that says home, and in the pattern, the model that they showed on the cover of the pattern had that whitewashed board behind it. It was something similar to that, and I liked it, and I saw that on a website, and I picked it up. The other thing I have is I did prepay for a Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month, so I got some of those in a couple of other colors that I threw into the order. 36 count. I don't have any 36 count. I think my go-to I typically stitch on has been 28 and 32 count. And I started Newcastle Bouquet on a blue piece of linen. It was the only piece I had. It was 36 count, and it was big enough to put the Newcastle Bouquet by Teresa Kogut on it. So that made me, I really liked it. I needed a little bit extra magnification to get till I got my comfort, but I did like it. So I ordered from Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month for 6 months, and since it's already prepaid, I'm still in there. But I thought I would share. This is Sandstone. And it's a nice kind of sandy color. It's sandy color. It's a 1/4 yard, but I figured at 36 count I'll be able to do something with this for sure. There'll be a project on there. I think it's just big enough as 36 count to do something with. That's the bad thing. When you have the like 28 count, you need a monster piece. Like my Shores of Hawk run is on a 28 count. Picture this plus ale. So it makes your projects bigger, which is nice. You can see it, but you can only got so much wall space in an RV. So, and this is a Fabric Club collection, 36 count.
I don't think that one had a name to it.
This one didn't have a name because this was the Fabric of the Month. And isn't that pretty? I don't think I have anything with this.
It's like a rose petal color.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rose color, so I like that. That was the Fabric of the Month. I ordered any color, so this is a limited edition, any color limited edition, so I will find something pretty to stitch on that for sure. But not next year, because I'm in the No New Starts 2021, so whatever I'm starting starts this year, or it doesn't start until 2022. This one, I believe I ordered, this is called Luna, and I thought I ordered a yard, but it's 1/4 yard, so I may have to go back and get more of this. Actually, and this is more blue, I think, than what it's showing
I
up.
still forgot to get the patterns out over there. That was for.
It is for my Harbor,
That was like a bay something.
yeah, Bay Harbor pattern. I wanted
12 patterns.
Yeah.
Or something.
and we still,
12
it's
pieces.
sitting right over there. Sitting right there. There's actually a couple of sets of the, over there. It's over there. And I was in the Under the Sea Fabrics collection, and this was the last month that I got Melissa's. Militias. And this is a 32 count, 18 by 26. So 32 count Militias. And this is on a Lugana.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know, linen and Lugana, all of it dyes differently and how the threads hold the dye. So this is really subtle modeling, and I think it'll look really nice with many projects. And this is with Under the Sea Fabrics. And if you haven't checked her out, you should check her out online, Under the Sea Fabrics. And she does a fabric of the month, but I think that she only opens it up at certain points of the time, and she has a waiting list for that. But she also has fabrics for sale that you can order. So I think I have a nice stash of fabric at this point, other than the 36 count. Pretty neutralized fabric, but it's stuff that I think, at least over the next year, I shouldn't have to be looking for fabric too much.
I mean, if you're not starting anything new next year, it doesn't really matter.
Because I'm not doing any new starts. Oh, I have more fabric. This one came from 123 Stitch. I got a piece of 25 count potato Lugana fabric, and it's just a little piece. I think this piece was $2.84.
Nice.
Really, I was more concerned. I wanted to see the fabric color, because sometimes when you stitch white on white,
it gets tedious.
It gets very tedious, and I wanted something that gave, like, platinum is a good color to stitch if you have a lot of white in your project. So I wanted to try to see what potato looked like, to see if I wanted to utilize that as well. And I do like it. It's a nice, it's hard to, let me put it against this white so you can see that it is tan.
It's like a
It is not
beige.
pure white. It's kind of a beigey color. And of course,
more
no order is
fabric.
complete without pre-gridded fabric for my full coverage pieces. You can see the grid lines. This does come this way. This is a 25 count.
It's a big piece.
25 count easy grid is what it's called. It's a Lugana fabric. And this is going to come in handy because I did get a big piece of it, because I tend to get a big piece and then I cut down to the sizes I need for my different projects. I always keep whatever I cut off, even if I think it's small, because look, this is a 6-inch wide piece of fabric that is on easy count, and it's 17 inches long. And if I would have thrown this away and thought,
Is that long?
yeah, it's 17 inches long.
Oh my
Well, the
gosh.
fabric is, because I have a 3-inch border,
Okay,
so
that's not-
the project will only be 12 inches.
It's like, oh my goodness.
But if I had cut this off and thrown this away, I couldn't have done this on it. So I think that I'm a fabric miser. I'm not throwing away any fabric. I'm gonna keep it. Even the stuff that I cut off of here, and maybe
you could turn like
I can use this inside a needle.
I was thinking like these like 4 squares.
No. I could use this extra bits that are around this part that I cut off to put into a needle book, to put your needles on. And I can mark it, 25, whatever size, 24 gauge, 26 gauge, 28 gauge. But you only need that little piece. So why would I throw that away? I can cut that off, that little piece right there, and that can go into a needle book. All right.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm just throwing it out there and giving you ideas. What you do with them is on you. And maybe you don't, you're like, Carla, you're crazy. I wouldn't keep that for nothing. Now just throw that crap away. Well, if you want to throw it away, throw it towards me. I'll email me and I'll give you my address. And if you want to get rid of it, just give it to me, because I'll take care of it for you.
Is that everything?
That
Oh, you need to show the book.
Oh no, yep, we got. Okay, last piece of haul, and I'm sure there was other things again, but this is the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine.
Yeah.
They do 4 magazines in the year: a spring, summer, fall, winter, I believe. I gotta tell you, if you don't get this magazine, why aren't you getting it?
At least try it out once or something.
If you are not sure, like, oh, Carla, I don't want to get a subscription any place, get on their website. They have their old magazines on there. It has both punch needle, but it also has a lot of great cross-stitch designs in here, and they're not all primitive. I am not a primitive kind of gal, but I have stitched out of these magazines a couple of different projects that I really like that will be decorations. They may be gifts for somebody. This one has Summer Daisies in here by Priscilla and Chelsea. I mean, look at the patterns that are in there. So, like I said, if you're, there is punch needle. Is my address on there? Oh, ha! Samantha will block that out.
I'll cut it out.
She'll put something over that. But beautiful stuff. So, all I'm saying, there's finishing tutorials in here. Lana Piper does from the Twisted Stitcher. She does Creative Twist, and it gives you finishing tutorials on every one. And this one, she actually did a Stitcher's mat, and it looks interesting. I might have to try that out myself. So, it's got little pockets
it's like
and
a little
stuff.
quilting table.
Yeah, it's like a little thing you'd use for quilting. So, hey, I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying you should look at it. And if you
try it,
you can purchase an old. I hate to say old because it's not really old. You can purchase prior issues, and they will mail them to you. I purchased some prior ones that I really thought would be interesting and liked them, and I have a whole holder for just my punch needle promo Stitcher magazines. The material, the paper that they use is thick, glossy, perfect paper. All right, the last thing. We read. We did a lot of reading. We were on vacation. We did a lot of reading. I read Vicious by Victoria Schwab. I read Vengeful was the second book to that. I read that. Both very good books, by the way. Kind of sci-fi, kind of...
Don't spoil it because I'm still not done with it.
Okay, Samantha's reading it. But the premise is these two college boys are doing a paper that turns into something like making superheroes out of experimental by when they die and come back that they're superheroes and they have different talents. That's where I'll leave that.
Interesting. It's interesting.
Another book that I read is Patricia Briggs, and I have this one here. Patricia Briggs' Moon Called, and this was recommended to me by an employee at the Barnes & Noble store because I said, I don't know if I like sci-fi. I don't really like to get like real far-fetched space stuff, that kind of thing. Aliens. I want something that's believable. This has werewolves and it has vampires. Believable, right? They could exist. Just ask Beth Ann on the Twilight Stitcher. She will tell you.
They're out there.
Edward is real. And if he's not, he's nice to look at. So... Beth Ann, I am going to send this to you because if you remind me, I will send this off to you because I really think you would like this book. Okay.
Is that everything?
I think we did everything. It's hard to tell, but since it's the second time around, we are going to try our best to be more consistent with our videos. But again, this is thank you to all those Flosstubers out there. And thank you if you have managed to make it this far and watch our video, even with us sweating in the heat and showing off our projects and rambling on. We hope that you will like this video and you will subscribe to us because we do want to get to that 1,000 subscriber giveaway because I think it's going to be fun. I'm a very giving person by nature. Anybody that knows me can tell you. I'm a nurse. We had to do some adjustments with our finances. I think Dave Ramsey came into us at the right time.
Wish it came earlier, but
right.
Fine.
But it was the right time for us. Our local hospital had some layoffs, a significant amount of layoffs, and I know a lot of people are facing that. I ended up with a promotion at my work, and it's a lot of extra stuff. So that's the life stuff part, a lot of extra responsibility, a lot of things to develop, a lot of things to do. As always, it comes with any kind of a promotion. That's what happens, but it impacts my stitching, and so I need to get my focus back on my stitching and where my happy place is, and get our videos out more succinctly. So, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I can't think of anything else. So Craft Addict K, we're planning 24-hour cross stitch this weekend.
Woo.
So if you haven't done that and you're interested in that, check out Jen Lee on 24 Hours Cross Stitch. She's a Facebook group. And I know our friends are on Virtual Stitchers are already stitching and we're anxious to join them. So I am going to say in our farewell to all of you, start what you want to start.
And stitch what you want to stitch.
And thank you, Flosstubers, for everything you do for all of us to help us maintain our sanity. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.